And we're live. We're not live. We record these and then put them out. Maybe someday we'll do a live show.
That would be a good choice.
Why is that?
I don't know.
How come you gotta use my water?
Because mine's downstairs.
Rude.
You'll survive.
Hey, wait, you know what's new?
I'm tan.
Yep, me too. I got a little bit of sun. I'll prove it. Aha!
Ha!
Yeah, that's rude. Why is yours so much darker than mine?
That's all I did was lay out.
We just got back from a week in Florida.
It's so nice.
The Sunshine State. Did I already say we have new microphones?
No.
I'm pretty excited about this episode because we have new microphones.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, it's a very cheap solution to a very annoying problem. I hope. Sound quality, we're going to find out.
We're going to learn today.
Uh-huh. Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to try to say less.
It's a good goal. It's a good goal.
I was watching some of these back while we were on vacation a little bit. And I say and it's annoying. At least I don't say like.
That's true.
Like.
You're not like a valley girl?
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's good.
Sometimes I say it's like this and that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we all do stuff like that.
Which is the appropriate way to use the word.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a valley girl.
Oh, good. Because this would be real messed up if you were.
Yeah. We were on vacation last week. It was fun. We went to Orlando to see your family.
Mm-hmm.
They have a very beautiful backyard with a pool and, a space out there to, spend time in the yard.
A nice little gazebo.
Yeah, it's cool. It was fun.
It's beautiful.
Unbelievable. I do love... Damn it, I said it already. I do love Ohio, okay? I said it. Are you happy? Does that make you happy? I do love that we have seasons. I like where we live specifically. I never thought I would live this far into the country. I'm changing, as a human, getting older and wiser. I like the quiet more, so I like living out here. Damn it. Again. But we do not get a lot of sunshine here, for real, compared to other places. We really don't. God.
It's a lot harder than you think.
Now I'm just doing it.
I took a speech class in college.
I don't even do it as much as I'm doing it right now. I'm just doing it right now because I said I'm not going to do it.
Right. So.
Other places get sunshine, for real.
Yeah.
And we get less than 100 days a year of sunshine, on record.
Right.
Obviously, over the last couple of years, the snow has been less and less. We have a few good snowstorms, but it's not snowy from, October to April the way it used to be, like when we were kids.
Yeah.
But we do not get sunshine in the way that other places do.
No, not even a little bit.
Florida, aptly named the Sunshine State. The second that we got down there, and for every second we were there, except for one semi-cloudy day. Beautiful, man.
Just gorgeous. Temperature.
Yeah. I mean, for us,
Company.
The temperature was perfect.
Yeah.
It's like that mid-70s.
Oh, no. It was 90 degrees most of the time we were there.
My point is, when you wake up, it's mid-70s, and then at the height of the heat, this time of year there, it gets to 90, but it's not that humid yet.
Yeah.
It gets down to 60, 65 at night, which is, for me, shorts and a t-shirt weather.
Mm-hmm.
We spent a lot of time in the dark out on their back patio, which we don't really do that here.
Yeah. I'd like to do more of that here because it's nice like that in the summer.
Yeah, here. Yeah. One of my goals for 2023 as a year was to spend more time outside, which I've been doing, but that doesn't just include work; that includes you too.
Yeah.
So as the weather breaks here, I would like to spend time out there getting everything nice. We need to do some work to our backyard to make it a little more livable. But I'm looking forward to doing that.
Okay, because I'm not doing. There's a snake out there. So, I'm done. Burn it down.
There is a couple little black garter snakes out there. Garter?
Mm-hmm.
Gardner? Gardner?
It's with a T.
Gartner?
Gardener snakes. Gardener.
You know, I never thought about it till just now.
Yeah.
I always thought it was gardener, like...
Because they're in a garden. Most people think that.
Yeah, they're out there playing with the
But
plants.
they're not.
It's not a gardener
It's
snake.
a gardener snake.
Okay, we're going to fact check that later. Not that I don't believe you, just that I don't believe you.
It's fine. I consistently mispronounce words, so.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's my thing. Speaking of that, I actually wanted to talk to you about that. I've been making some jokes lately for you, saying things wrong. There's a specific joke that you love to make. To give you an example, what was that football player's name that came back as a quarterback?
Our third string
A
quarterback.
third string quarterback.
Oh, I don't even know what his name was.
For the Browns?
But that's why it was funny, because I didn't really know who he was.
Okay, can you give me an example of this joke?
Baylor. I barely know her.
There you go.
That one, Baylor. I kept saying Baylor like this whole time.
Yeah, well, you use
because
this.
of the March Madness.
You use this joke a lot. You say whatever the name is,
I barely know her.
and then you go, I barely know her, you know?
But that blew up on my Facebook when I did the third string quarterback for the Browns.
Yeah.
When he was playing, because it ended in OR.
Yeah.
And nobody knew who it really was. So it was just
Timing.
time too funny.
Impeccable. But you use this joke a lot. And I try to use this joke a lot, and I use it wrong every time. Have you noticed?
100%, I've noticed.
But do you know that I'm doing it on purpose?
I think you say that you're doing some things on purpose. When you're not doing them on purpose, you are just wrong, and you just don't want to be like, shoot, I can't get the hang of this.
Okay, we're gonna have a major marriage breakthrough right now.
Oh, great.
Because I'm gonna let you in on a little Scott secret.
You do a lot of things wrong on purpose.
I do a lot of things wrong on purpose when it comes to pronouncing things, using expressions, jokes like this. The joke to me is funnier if I mess the joke up, right? So I say things a lot that are wrong on purpose.
Like a blessing in the skies.
I love that one. Blessing in the skies. I love that one. There's a real popular one right now on the internet about the charcuterie board. There's a million different ways to say that one, which is funny. Okay, but for me, the fun in the joke isn't the joke itself. The fun is how many wrong ways can I try to do this joke to keep going. It's a different wrong way every time. That's the joke for me. So I think you always think I'm blowing it.
I don't. I always just eye roll in my head gosh, why can't he get the hang of this? It's not that hard.
Okay, this is why it's so funny to me, because I'm always doing it wrong on purpose.
And I'm always eye rolling. Constantly going oh.
I do this all the time. Bone apple tea, that's another good one.
I'm definitely the funnier person.
Oh, of course. Oh, hands down, you are much funnier than me. But the funny part for me isn't the joke itself, it's how many wrong ways can I say it.
Yeah.
That's what's funny to me. And I don't think you know that about me. I think we just had a breakthrough.
Sometimes I want to hit you.
But that's why it's funny.
Because it's so annoying.
It's so fun.
Annoying.
It's so much funnier when I say it wrong every time. And it's a new way wrong. That's the fun for me.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever creams my Twinkie, yes. What's wrong with you today?
I'm just really tired.
Yeah, a week of vacation.
Yeah, and then driving,
Yeah, you did a lot of driving.
I can't drive in the rain.
45 minutes on the way back you did?
Yeah.
Out of 16 hours of driving?
I did 4 hours on the way down there, and that's a lot.
You did help out on the way down there, but on the way home.
Well, I can't fight the weather. We would have gone off the side of the mountain just because I was scared and I was not confident. So I was not about to risk that.
In your defense, both times, so we drove from Ohio to Florida. We drove because it was exponentially cheaper than plane tickets right now. Did not enjoy the driving part. but I'd make that choice every time for the cost
Mm-hmm.
difference that we just had. It's not always going to be that way, but it's that way right now.
Yeah.
Ew, why is my lip? You
I
got
don't know.
chapstick on?
No. It was like that when I drank out of
Ew.
it. Yeah, bro, you need to wash that.
Ew, that's really gross.
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed that. I use this cup every day.
That's disgusting.
You said it wrong. It's funnier.
It's disgusting.
It's funnier when you say it wrong.
Well, one of the kids used to say
Yeah.
disgusting,
I know.
disgusting, so that's why I think of it. It's cute
Oh, okay.
to me.
Okay. Yeah, in your defense, driving both from Ohio to Florida and from Florida back to Ohio in the West Virginia mountains there, we hit terrible weather both times.
And I hate that part of the drive. Like, I hate it in general. I don't mind it so much when it's light outside and we're going through there, because I can see everything. But at the same time, I also don't like to see the fact that there's a cliff on that side. Not my favorite. But then I hate it when it's dark. I hate it when it's raining. That span of that we have to drive through when we go on our vacations is like the most anxiety-filled part of the entire thing.
I used to live in Denver, and driving from the city up into the mountains a lot, to go ride the snowboard and whatever. There are some
Hairpin turns.
yeah, there's some like scandalous highways, and people like fly there because they're
No.
used to it. But if you think West Virginia is scary, wait till we take a little family trip out to Denver, and I take you for a ride.
I'm not getting in a car with you in Denver. Absolutely not.
I would like to get
I'm
back
going to
there.
walk everywhere.
Okay, well, we can do that in the actual city, but if we got to go up to the mountains, so you have to. I mean, you can close your eyes and stuff, but
It makes me nauseous. Like, it makes me physically ill.
the heights.
Like this year, both on the way there and on the way back, I was awake for the mountains. And I don't know if it's because I was awake that it caused me to get like a serious headache, and I was like super, super nauseous the whole time.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
usually sleep through it.
Maybe you just stress yourself out to the point of nausea.
That's 100% probable.
Okay, so you're tired today?
Yeah. With the Sunday Scaries.
I want you to talk to me about the Sunday Scaries. I do not usually get afflicted by this. Sometimes it happens, but especially lately, I don't deal with this at all. But you deal with this almost every week. So tell me about the Sunday Scaries.
It's just like, I like to have like everything in order before school on Monday. Excuse me. But on Sundays, I have like no energy to do it because I don't really I'm not mentally prepared yet to go to school on Monday. Especially if we have like a big, busy weekend where we're doing something every single day and we haven't had time to just like chill. Yesterday, I spent the entire day sleeping, so I didn't get anything done. And today, I'm like, I really need to unpack, which normally that's the first thing I do when we get home is like unpack automatically. But I didn't yesterday because of the storm.
I got most of my stuff out of the suitcase today, or at least know where it is to put it away. I got to do laundry today, so I was gonna at least do my half of the suitcase.
Yeah.
As soon as I do laundry.
So it was just like, I don't know, like we have to get like groceries and stuff, and we have to.
What else do you really have to do for school tomorrow?
But it's not even anything for school. I don't do anything for school at home ever. I just don't. Like I'm very strict on when I work for school, and I work for school, at school, during school time.
Yeah.
Period. I have 90-minute plan periods. People would die for a 90-minute plan period every single day. Like that's a long time to plan and get your stuff done during the week. There's no reason I should bring anything home, so I don't.
Right, yeah.
So it's not even preparing for school. It's getting my mind mentally prepared and making sure everything here is taken care of so that when I do get to school, that's the only thing I need to be thinking about. Like making sure the dishes are clean and everything so that when I come home, I can start my routine. Clear or unload the dishwasher. Clean something. Make sure dinner gets ready.
You're saying a lot of things right now that you don't really do a lot.
Yeah, I do. Dude, I've been doing this for 3 straight weeks since you started back at work. Where I come home and I do a chore around the house, doesn't matter what it is. So every day is different. I always do the dishwasher, and I make dinner.
Well, you...
For the
Okay.
past 3 weeks, I've been doing that. So it's become my routine.
Flip 5. I appreciate you helping with dinner. That's not going to continue to be the case. I'm back, and I'm on a schedule now where I'm used to it.
Right, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be rude. Those are things that,
You have
normally
no idea what I do when I get home from school. I think you think that I come home and I sit on the couch.
No, I never said that. That's not what I said. And more, you're talking about dishes and things that you don't typically worry about.
Well, right, because I have them in a routine, so I get them done, so I don't have to worry about things.
Okay.
I'm confused why you're confused.
I don't know. I guess for the last 3 weeks you've been doing some extra things around the house, but dishes and laundry are two things that you don't normally
Stress over because we just get them done.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
That's not like your task. Like, oh, this is my task. Dishes. That's not really your task.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it is. I like things a certain way when I get home from school.
Okay.
And I have the ability to control that, so
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah, we've discussed this before, but usually kitchen and laundry are those are my two little domains because I like that stuff.
And I hate them.
Yeah.
But
So it's all part of the.
it's all part of the process of once then I can get to school and I can just be solely focused on school. Then when I come home, I can get home and be solely focused on home. I don't like my things to cross over.
So, like, if you were to come home from school and have to do dishes, that's annoying? I'm confused.
No, I come home and do the dishes. So at night, I load the dishwasher so that it's clean. Sometimes if I get up early, I unload it too because, well, I got time to kill. But when I come home, I unload the dishwasher and reload it with any dirty dishes from the night before. Like if you have like a late night snack or something like that, or breakfast stuff from the morning, or when I make lunches and stuff.
Okay.
And I load it, and then that way it's always loaded.
Okay.
So the sink doesn't pile up.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know why this is so confusing.
I don't know, because the sink doesn't really pile up here.
Because I keep loading the dishwasher.
Yeah, but
So like when we're done with
are
stuff.
we talking about the new routine for the last 3 weeks only?
I just said
We're
the
only
last
talking
3
about-
weeks, yes.
Okay.
So like I'm in this like routine of
Okay.
like I have everything going now that you're on a schedule and I'm on a schedule. I have adjusted my schedule of things that I like to do after school and when I like to do them. So now it helps me keep like a work-life balance where I'm not bringing any of my schoolwork home. I'm not taking any of my like baggage from here to school. Like I check it at the door. It's like part of my mental thing that I've been doing. Where I have school stuff at school, I have home stuff at home. I mean, obviously there's things here and there that like pop up, like scheduling appointments and stuff like that. You can only do that at certain times of the day.
Well, this is a healthy development, I guess. Did you not used to do that?
I mean, I used to have routines, but I never.
But I'm talking about the
cross of.
Yeah, I don't
home
care
to
about the
school.
routine. That's cool. Whatever. No more. Yeah, the like I'm at school. This is school time. I'm at home. This is home time. Did you not used to be that way?
I used to always be it. I like to say that I was for a majority of the time, but like there are times where you get school emails and you get text messages or you get certain things that you've seen me check things on my phone
After work, you mean?
after work at home
Sure.
and being like, it is 9:00 on a Monday night. You've got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've tried to like scale back on that. Like I'm not even checking it, or I definitely don't respond. But I used to just check them just to make sure like it wasn't an emergency or something, like something I need to respond right now with.
Turns out nothing is.
Nothing is.
Nothing.
Nothing needs an immediate response
Yeah.
anymore.
After hours.
Sorry.
School stuff.
Yeah,
None of
I
it.
usually like
It can always wait till
even
tomorrow.
even if it's somebody that I work with and they're texting me after school about school, I won't text them back until the next day. Like my office hours
I was
are
waiting for
from
that.
7:30 to 3:30.
Yeah.
And that is me trying to,
So
and
you,
I've always been that way.
so you don't mind like if a parent sends you an email at night,
No,
doesn't bother you. You just
no. Like you say, hey, my kid's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, just so you know. Like that's fine. Okay, that's great. Thank you. I appreciate that.
but that doesn't
That doesn't
require.
require me to respond. It doesn't require me to be like, but if you're emailing me about something
That's
like
due tomorrow.
that's due tomorrow,
Yeah.
or
Okay. Let's role play for a second because I'm curious. I've never had a job. Well, I guess when I was doing sales, some stuff was time fashion, But for me, the only stuff that needed to be done in timely fashion, I was working over multiple time zones
yeah,
back then.
right,
So like I had to take an 8 o'clock call because it's 5 o'clock in Cali
right,
or whatever,
yeah,
And I was doing some Europe stuff too, so like that was a whole other bag of
yeah,
like, hey, I got to wake up at 2 in the morning to make this phone call,
right,
which that sucked, but. So outside of that, I've never had like a after hours with work. My life, it's always on,
mm-hmm.
for the most part. So I've never had to deal with this really. So here's the role play. You've got a project due tomorrow. Today's Sunday. You got a project due tomorrow. What if you get an email from a parent tonight about that project due tomorrow? Like tonight, we're sitting on the couch, 7:30 after dinner.
I think it all depends on what the email is. Like honestly, and it depends
But I
on.
thought you weren't checking them anymore.
No, I still always check the
Oh,
emails
but you just
because
don't always
I
respond.
don't. I never respond
After.
because it's not necessary to respond after school hours. But I always check the email to make sure that it's not something like that's detrimental or something. Because I mean, we've had some in the past where it's like, so and so's brother's in the hospital. I need as much work as I can possibly. And I'm like, oh, I'm on it. Like, let's do it.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like, so I always check to make sure that it's nothing like a family emergency for them or something like that. I want to, help out the best that I can if it's like a family emergency.
Something's going on.
Right. Which has happened multiple times.
But
But if it's
routine-
hey, I just found this paper and I have sent reminds home about it and I've sent emails home about it and I've talked to the kids for weeks about it, I don't know what to tell you. I can't check your kid's book bag for you when you get home. Like, that's not my job.
This doesn't happen all the time.
Never. This never happens because I also never do projects outside of school. All of my projects are in school.
That's true. You
Yeah,
don't, you
I
don't
do
even assign
not. I
homework.
don't give homework. They're in school for 6 hours.
What about like like your reading stuff? Don't they read chapters at home?
No, we read all of our classroom materials are done in class. They are required to read one book a month
Outside of school.
outside of school.
That's pretty.
And they
easy.
can do it in school too. Like if they've
Right,
got free
right.
time, they can do it an epic book. They can read it online and take the quiz online. They can read a reading counts book and take the quiz online from my library. They can read a book that doesn't have any quiz that they just really want to read and write a little book report about it. The number one cause of kids who fall out of love with reading is teachers pigeonholing them and making them read specific things all the time and
Yeah.
not giving them any type of freedom.
Yeah,
So like we used to do
relate to that.
reading counts books where you could only read books that had a reading counts quiz. So it's like this website and that we subscribe to, and it's through Scholastics. And so
Do you guys still do book fairs? Mm-hmm. Scholastic book fairs. Mm-hmm. Can I come to one?
we have them in the fall usually.
Can I come to one?
Sure.
Look,
I'm sure you can help work it because the PTO runs it.
There's only so many things about school that I used to be like, dude, school, and the book fair was one of those things. They always have cool stuff that you don't see all the time.
Well, we actually had the book fair during our fall conferences, which worked out really, really well because a lot of parents were there for conferences and like they might have had a gap, like if they had more than one kid.
Oh, they can go with the
They
kids.
can just go in with the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we had it during the school day and the kids could go during their lunch period in middle school, but like the elementary kids go as a class.
Yeah, there was always stuff that back then that you could get at a book fair that you couldn't get normally. And like stuff that wasn't at the stuffy old library.
Yeah.
Not even the school library, like the library, like
Yeah.
my library where I grew up. Like I used to spend a lot of time at that library when I was a kid. Pre-internet, there's nothing to do. But yeah, there would be things like, I think if I remember correctly, Captain Underpants.
Yep. Still, I have a whole bunch of their books.
I'm pretty sure that started when we were kids. Like the very first Captain
maybe.
Underpants book we were probably like 9 or 10 years old, I think. And I remember seeing those, and at the time being like, Captain who?
Did they say underpants?
I remember being a kid. It must. Can we? Do you have your phone? Can you fact check this for me? I know we don't normally do this, but when did the first Captain Underpants come out? I remember being a kid and seeing this and being like, what? They would never let us have this at school.
When did the first Captain Underpants
Book.
come out? Published date in 1997 was the black and white edition.
Bingo. So 8 years old. I knew it. Awesome. Glad. My memory served me for once. I can never remember anything about like that kind of details about being a kid. Cool. So I remember seeing stuff like that at these book fairs and being like, dude, I can get all kinds of stuff here that I can't like normally get my hands on, you know? Because if my mom was taking me to the bookstore, or, you know, obviously outside the library, if I would like go with my parents somewhere.
Like Barnes and Nobles?
Dude, Barnes and Nobles. And back then, I mean, I don't remember it having the kind of selection for kids. Like, it was silly kid stuff. It wasn't like things I was interested in, you know, until like Harry Potter came out.
Yeah.
That changed the game, like as far as books for kids, I think.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
And then after that, all of a sudden it was like, oh, we can actually have books for kids that are like cool, you know? Maybe I just didn't know. I don't know. Chronicles of Narnia. Big whoop. That was like all that was going on, you know?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I got excited about
It's all right.
what is it called? I already forgot.
Book fair.
Book fairs. All right, cool. So the Sunday Scaries, to reel this back in and circle back, it's just about going to work on
It's
Monday.
just about being mentally prepared to go back to work and
This doesn't have to be teaching. This is just work in general.
just work in general.
Like
yeah.
if you had having a couple days off and then trying to get back in the mindset.
Yeah, just getting the back of the swing of things and making sure, you know, and I know 100% that I'm ready for everything tomorrow because I make sure of that on Friday. Like my Friday is Friday is probably the hardest day of the week that I work because I make sure that I'm 100% prepped for Monday. Whether that means making all my copies, making sure I have all the supplies for all of the kids.
So school, yeah. So again, actually getting to work, you're set for Monday. You're already good. It's just all the other stuff.
Well, we're doing sources of strength tomorrow too because it is a short week since we don't have school on Friday.
Why don't you have school on Friday?
It's Good Friday.
I have to work, so. Is the bank closed?
I don't know.
Like, is it a holiday, or is it just because we live in the country?
No, Good Friday is a Catholic holiday. It's the Friday before Easter.
So people take school off of that? Didn't know. Okay, cool. Sunday Scaries. You'll be fine.
I know, always am.
Just doesn't help.
Just doesn't help.
You sent me a thing today. I want to start this with an
I'm a
apology.
very gross human. I
No,
know.
stop. 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 I'm going to start this off with a gentle apology. I pick on you a lot about your personal hygiene. Not because you're not a clean human. You and I have two very different pictures of ripping ready to go today. I like to shower every morning when I wake up, and I do it again when I get home. I'm gross and hairy, and I sweat when I sleep, and I often get dirty and gross throughout the day, regardless of what I'm doing for a living. I'm so greasy as a human that my glasses get greasy from my eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, no, that's not a joke. Like, I have to wipe my glasses clean regularly because I get just, it emanates off. Like, I'm just gross. I'm just, you know, this last dead end tail of winter, I get a little bit dry, but outside of that, I'm like, you could wet a tissue on me at any point throughout the day, right? So I have to shower a lot in order to feel clean. It's not that I don't mind being dirty. It's just that when I'm at home, I would like to be clean. Like, I'm on the couch, in the bed. And I like to start my day with a shower. It helps me wake up, especially since I started doing the cold thing. We didn't talk about that yet at all, did we?
I don't know.
I've been taking cold showers in the morning. It's changing my life. I'm not going to preach to anybody about it. I don't take it, like my entire shower is not cold. I take a normal shower, and then for the last 30 seconds to as long as I can stand there, I think I'm up to about 90 seconds now of just as cold as I can. And I get out of that shower every morning. I feel like a new human every time with that cold thing at the end. Life changing. The point is, you don't shower the way that I shower. You shower like every couple of days, which I think is actually probably healthier for your skin or whatever. But I feel like I often have to gently push you into the bathroom to take the shower. Like, I feel like I have to remind you. And you struggle with this a little bit, right? And I didn't understand that until today. You sent me something on the interweb today talking about how you dread that. I have to deal with that because they're going to get somewhere that they need to not get. But, you know, we can still talk because we have microphones now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's kind of weird for me to talk to the space, but...
Except for the microphones don't
And
have
also, he can't hear what I'm saying.
earpieces, so I heard nothing that you just said. What?
What?
What'd you say?
I said you look really nice in that shirt.
You're so fucking annoying. Okay. So yeah, I'm not apologizing like, oh, I'm so sorry I hurt your feelings. It's not like that because I know it doesn't hurt your feelings. I just didn't know that you struggle with this. Is that real? Mm-hmm. What is this, like the Sunday Scaries, the shower?
I mean, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. You get to shower and then get out and get dressed and put your hair in a little messy bun and be on your way. Like it's a lot when it comes to a female and all of this work. Like, I have to shower tonight because I have to wash my hair and I'm dreading it. And afterwards, I feel like $1,000,000. I feel like I can take on the world. Guess what? Probably going to cure my Sunday Scaries. But it's getting there to do it that makes it difficult. That's like that's anxiety fighting depression right there. Like, I am anxious because I have to shower and I'm depressed and I have to go to school tomorrow, but I know that getting in that shower is going to completely change the entire outlook. It's like when somebody says, well, have you had any water today? Yeah, that's also a big thing too. It's all mental. It's all in your brain.
What are you having water? What does that have to do with depression?
Drinking water is like huge when it comes to anxiety and depression.
Oh.
So when you're feeling depressed, you should be drinking a lot of water.
But you're not drinking water throughout the day?
I did not drink like any water in Florida.
Well, that was...
So I'm completely off right now.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because they usually doesn't come on this strong.
Sunday Scaries?
Mm-hmm. It's usually just like a little bit like, I really feel like going to work tomorrow.
Well, you did change your routine up in Florida big time.
Yeah, I slept a lot.
Slept a lot, drank a lot.
Yeah.
Which, you're on vacation, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the beach, we were sitting by a pool all week.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't been drinking like that.
No.
For like a long time.
No. For like a very long time, yeah. So.
That was aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like shit otherwise?
Like big time, yeah.
Yeah. So I tried, while we were in Florida, I tried to keep my routine similar. Mm-hmm. I slept more, obviously, because I could. Mm-hmm. But I was up, coffee, try to keep it moving. I actually was able to not, I'm right now concerned with my weight, and I maintained over vacation.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Didn't lose any weight. I have been steadily losing weight every week. Mm-hmm. It's a couple pounds a week.
1 to 3 pounds, yeah.
Yeah, but like legit, I've been keeping track.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't lose any weight over vacation, but I didn't gain any weight either. I'm kind of proud of that.
Nice.
Yeah. So you and I obviously have two different versions of vacation.
Yeah, my vacation is I have to be completely mentally checked out. Mm-hmm. I gotta be done. So I usually get more quiet. I usually get I'm kind of just like taking in the peace. Because I know I'm trying to bank as much peace as I can in those moments, because I know I'm going to need to pull back out those pieces of peacefulness for the next 35 get-ups.
I see. Yeah, you're going to need you need a well to dip from. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're going to take the shower tonight. You're going to feel better. Tomorrow's going to come and go. But
Which
this
is
week
fine.
we're going to be back on it as far as what
Right.
you're drinking more water for you, and I'll be cooking every night this week again. You know.
Yeah, we'll be back at it, but
Yeah.
it's just getting back into the routine.
We did this as far as routines being different while we were on vacation. We did eat like shit all week.
Well, I wouldn't say
Okay.
we ate like
We
shit.
did. I don't mean that in a bad way. The food was delicious.
Oh yeah.
I just mean like we didn't eat the way we normally
Yeah.
eat.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yeah, what I mean is we ate out a lot, which we don't do that a lot. We, you know.
We had to get some fast food to and from.
Yeah, the car ride.
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no real better way to do that.
I know, with the gross snacks.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, okay, whatever. Point is, I wanted to talk to you about the anxiety about getting in the shower. I didn't know that it was a thing for you. I always kind of had an idea, but I didn't know you were really. Is that like all the time you have anxiety like that about taking a shower?
Not all the time. Really only on hair washing days, just because it's such a long process.
I'm confused about something. What are you doing? Like, you don't just jump in and wash your hair and get out?
No. Like,
What else do you have to do?
I wash my hair 3 times in the shower. Like, I shampoo 3 times.
Why?
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Supposed to by who?
Well, like, I have a purifying shampoo so I wash my hair twice a week. Usually Saturdays and Wednesdays. Those are my days that I wash my hair. So between Saturdays and Wednesdays, or Wednesday and Saturday, I'm using like a lot of dry shampoo, like especially after my morning workouts. Like, I don't wash my hair after I work out. I mean, I don't get...
You zip it.
You lock it up. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Sorry.
I didn't even touch it. That's
Side
the thing.
note, I flip my watch the other way so that the button's on this side. Life-changing.
Yeah, but I don't even touch it. It does it to me at school all the time.
You go like this.
I'm not touching it though.
Yes,
I don't.
you are. That's the point. When you
Okay. I'm touching it. Sure.
you need to flip it like I did.
Okay.
All right, whatever. Sorry. Welcome to the ADD brain.
God bless it.
You started it.
Okay.
It was your watch that started it. All right, what were you saying about washing your hair? You're in the weeds right now about washing your hair.
I use dry shampoo, so it's a constant buildup on
During
my
the
hair. So I have to use a purifying shampoo that kind of just gets all that gunk out, and then I use a regular shampoo, and then I do that regular shampoo twice, and then I condition.
No.
But I have to keep my conditioner in my hair for like 60 to 90 minutes. Not minutes.
I was about
Seconds.
to say, that's an hour and a half shower, bro. You're not doing that.
No, like 60 to 90 seconds.
So you just have a routine. And again, pardon me for being...
You're a dude. You don't understand what hair care is like for
I
women.
don't. Why do you have to do all this to your hair? Why can't you just wash your hair?
Because it's not
like
the
I
same
do.
as yours. Because we use heat on our hair. We use heat tools. We use a blow dryer. We use a curling iron. We use a straightener.
But wait, why do you have to do any of that? Why can't you just wash your hair and let it dry?
Because you've seen my hair when I let it dry, and I look like a lion.
Wait, I like your curly hair. I do.
Okay.
You don't?
It's very hard to deal with because it gets very tangly. So when I go to wash my hair and I go to brush it, it's like almost like it's starting its own war.
I do understand that. Hey, speaking of hair, say goodbye.
Okay, you're cutting it off?
Yeah, right after this.
You're going to shave it off, or you're just going to get it cut off?
I just got back from the skate park today, just now, and I'm all sweaty, and I need to take a shower before we do anything. And, yeah, this is it for the hair. I'm done. I have a couple things about that. So when you're done talking about your shower routine...
I mean, there's nothing else to say. But it doesn't end in the shower. Then I have to come in here and I have to put all my product on it to hydrate my hair, to protect my hair against my heat tools. It's a whole thing.
It seems like you're doing a lot both ways, like doing it to make it look good, but that also hurts it. Doing a lot to make it healthy so that you can hurt it.
I mean, that's like why I work out. I work out so I can eat pizza. It's called balance.
Oi. I
Horticulture, baby.
So if you were just, dude, Ted Lasso is the best show that's ever showed on ever showed.
Heard that.
It's the best show I've ever seen in my life.
Pretty good.
I know you have a lot of shows that you like, and we don't really watch a lot of TV. That's not our thing really, but when we do watch stuff together, Ted Lasso is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's the best show ever.
And who picked that show?
Why are you so excited about that?
Because it was me. And I knew that you were going to like it. And you were like, I don't like it. I don't want to watch it.
Okay.
And so then like a month later, I was like, we're going to watch Ted Lasso. And sure enough.
But you hadn't seen it before.
You were almost like peeing your pants.
It's so funny.
Well, it's about soccer, and you like soccer, so that's why I was like,
Well,
he would like this show.
It could be about.
I've heard it's very funny.
It could be about chess if it was that funny. The show is hilarious.
That was a good show, The Queen's Gambit.
Not funny. Not a funny
Not funny,
show.
but
That was a drama show.
good.
All right. I'm sorry that you have to do a lot when you wash yourself. I didn't know that it gave you anxiety. I didn't know that for real.
It's all right. I mean, it's something I just. I'm not gonna not shower. You know what I mean?
know,
like
but
it's like I just
but
have
I
to
feel
go
like-
through it.
I feel like, every couple of days I'm like, dude, you need to take a shower.
Well, it's been a lot different too, trying to manage it in my brain without being on my medication. So, still trying to get used to that.
How long have you been off of the...
Citalopram?
Is that the depression thing? Depression pill?
Anxiety, depression.
How long have you been off that now?
Year and a half. I went off of it right after we got married.
It was part of the whole trying to get pregnant thing.
Right after our July reception is when I went off of it.
Yeah, because that's when we started trying to...
So
Okay.
almost 2 years.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay. Some days are a lot harder than others. I feel my emotions more, which is really weird. And I'm trying to
That kind of medication just dulls you.
figure out how to handle them because sometimes they're very overwhelming. Like where I cry about really, really, really stupid stuff, like on TV and stuff.
Well, I think lately that a lot of that has to do with the fact that we've been boosting up your hormones.
Yeah, that doesn't help either.
So it will be interesting once you're not on all that stuff to see how you really are affected.
Yeah.
Because it's been, 6 months of that now? 5 months?
5. Yeah, we
5
did
months.
5 rounds.
Yeah,
And we're
like
not doing the
COVID.
6th round.
No, we're not. I have 2 appointments this week as far as the baby news goes. Yeah, first one tomorrow. It's just kind of like see where my levels are at. Mm-hmm. And then on Wednesday, I'm actually meeting the male fertility specialist, or is yours?
No, it's a male fertility. She
So
specializes.
this is for me.
She specializes in you.
Yeah.
So we have to take your one previous test for your levels to this appointment too.
Yeah.
Which
so
I
to
have in
see-
a
all right,
PDF. so-
whatever. We're not going to get into those details.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see the male fertility specialist on Wednesday. See what's going on. Interesting.
See what we can do on your end.
That's the baby update.
Maybe they'll put you on Clomid.
What were we talking about that I was all excited to talk about?
Ted Lasso.
No, that's what blew my mind.
My emotions.
Oh, the hair.
Ah,
My hair.
your hair.
Okay,
I'm gonna cut it off.
I'm going to
Should
cut
we
my
do it
hair
on
off.
camera. Just kidding.
No, we're never going to be that. Sorry. One of those attention grabbing, like, first haircut in 2 years. No, not going to do that.
Okay.
None of that stuff. I thought about making a video when we were in Florida, like, we were gone for a week. We missed our Sunday, but here's a video of us in Florida. And then we got down there and I realized I was on vacation. I was like, I don't want my phone. And I posted exactly 2 days of stories. One day, just like, hey, this is cool. I'm going to post a little bit about this pool that we're staying at.
And Wild Larry sightings.
And we had a wild Larry sighting down in Florida. My dad came to visit us, which was cool. And then he went about his snowbird lifestyle after that. But I also posted, because obviously it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Gracias.
34. Foot 5. How are you feeling?
Fine.
No change.
Mm-mm.
All right, cool.
I feel like I'm stuck somewhere between like 27 and 30. I feel like 28 is how I feel. Like that feels like a solid number for me. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I feel like I'm 28.
Okay. Fair. I mean, you
So
didn't leave
nothing's
home
really
until you were
changed.
older. You didn't.
29, I left home, yeah.
So, you've been on your own for a couple of years now. You're like, I'm out of college. I feel 28.
It's true. I can't believe I've been teaching for 10 years.
10?
Almost 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
It's my 9th year.
That's a real high five.
That's like it's a lot. So it's like, got an email, like, does anybody want a student teacher? I was like, can't have a student teacher.
I am a student teacher.
What?
I'm barely a teacher.
What are you talking about? I've only been teaching for like 2 years. No, I have been teaching for almost 10 years.
That's cool, huh?
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, how about we revisit this conversation next week? Because I've now been trying to talk about why I want to cut my hair. For
Okay,
about
let's
15
cut your
minutes.
hair. Why do you want to cut your hair?
I want to talk about it, though.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay. COVID was ending or getting ready to end, like the whole shutdown COVID stuff. We actually went, I discovered the opportunity to do the restaurant, and we went for your birthday exactly 2 years ago to do the same thing we just did for spring break, go stay with family in Orlando.
Oh, uh-huh.
And while we were there, I was debating, should I sign this lease and really go after this dream of owning a restaurant, opening and owning. And I was like, it was a big deal to do that. Ended up being a big deal. Shutting it down, killing the dream ended up being a big deal. Everything about it was a big deal. But from that moment, when I did sign it, I started growing my hair out.
It's going to be like ceremonial.
Uh-huh. From that, like, there's pictures of us. I was just looking at, from the last time we went, excuse me, last time we were in Florida. And my hair was like only a little bit longer than what it is on the sides right now. Mm-hmm. And I just, for whatever reason, that was the moment when I stopped cutting it on the top and started letting it grow, to have this fun little thing here. Mm-hmm. My hair is actually really long. Since I haven't had it cut for 2 years, it's down to my shoulders, which is wild. It's not a lot of it because it's just this circle on the top of my head. But like if I were to undo this thing and pull it down, which I definitely did just mess it up, but I'm not going to do that. But it gets down to my shoulders and it's crazy, and I don't, it's fun. It was cool to have it, and it was cool for the 2 years to like whatever. And then now that all of that is over, it's time for change. I've already made changes to myself. I've made changes to my life. I'm working, I'm skating, I'm playing music, I'm, all the things I said I wanted to do for 2023. I'm like really knocking things off the list. I'm reading, I'm doing all kinds of cool stuff for me. And I want to cut my hair.
Okay.
It's time.
Haircut, we will do.
I want to just shave it to be all one length, short, like this, and then let it go after that. We'll, I'll start getting my hair cut for real again and whatever, having hairstyle maybe on the top or whatever. I don't know, but I want to start from scratch.
Okay.
I can't have this hair attached to me anymore. It's bringing me down.
Let's do it.
Well, we will, but I wanted to tell you because, like, I have my entire life since I was a little kid always had something going on with my hair. Like, it's a thing. Like, not like taking care of it the way you do. It's always been like a statement about me. I had colors in my hair. I had dreadlocks for a while. I mean, I enjoyed it at the time.
Gross.
And I did keep them clean. That's not the point. The point is, had blue hair long before that was a thing. Highlights, because the Backstreet Boys were cool once. But it's always been a part of me. Like, obviously, it's my hair on my head, but like, it's always been an important part of my wardrobe. Like whatever my hairstyle is, it's been specific to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people, guys especially, like put that kind of weight on their hair. I don't know if they do or not. I don't know. I can't talk about anybody else but me, but it's always something going on up there for a reason. And all of the reasons that I have this hair are gone now. As far as like, you know, how I was trying to look, who I was trying to be. And it's time to start over. So say goodbye.
Start over we will.
I know you like it like this. So yeah, whatever you need to do to me one more time.
It's not my hair.
I'm joking. Yeah. So it's going, and then I'll be able to start from scratch and rediscover me, which is what I'm working on right now. I had a conversation with a friend I haven't seen today in a long time at the skate park. Shout out to the homie. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. There's only a few people on this planet that I've known through the skateboard world since I was a kid. And this person in particular, I think I met him when it was before he was driving, for sure. I think I had my driver's license at that point, so I was probably 16, he was probably 13, 14, something like that. And I've known him the whole time. I mean, obviously we've not been in touch the whole time, but
Right.
I knew him then, I know him now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not that many people in the skateboard world that, you know, that's 20 years of my life from then until now. A little less, but a little less. 18 years that I've known this kid. He's not a kid anymore. He's a fully grown 31-year-old man. But yeah, it was cool. We had a conversation. I haven't seen him in 2 years, so we had a conversation. Hey, what are you doing? How are you doing? What are you up to? Same thing. It went both ways. And we were just kind of talking about, he told me that he's been sober for a year.
It's great.
Yeah, which I didn't even know that was a thing with this person. It goes to show what you know, what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was like all excited, and he was telling me about work and, you know, just what's going on with him. And I was excited to hear. Like I said, I haven't seen him for a couple of years. And it's always nice when you see somebody you haven't seen for a while and they've got good things to say to you.
Yeah.
Now, good things to say to you is a perspective thing, because you could, you know, life's riches aren't about money.
Right.
Like you could be literally the poorest person on the planet, but also the happiest.
Right.
I mean, take like a, you know, traditional Buddhist or something. That's like what, you know, that's what they do. That's
Right.
how they live, in a robe with rice in a bowl. But they're like the happiest people on the planet, you know? So that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's always nice to see someone you haven't seen in a long time and positive things come out of their mouth.
Yeah.
It's really easy to talk to somebody and have that person just give you negative nonsense. Like, oh, my job sucks.
Yeah.
I hate my wife.
Right.
Things I would never say.
Right.
You know? But like people talk like that.
Yeah.
Right? You're out in the world, you see somebody you haven't seen in a while, and you're like, hey, what's up with you? And they're like, well,
Oh, woe is me.
well, I'm not saying that you can't talk about the negative things in your life.
Right. I mean, we do that often on here.
Right. But it's how you talk about things, right? So.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly. So talking to my friend today, it was cool that I haven't seen him in a while, and he had a bunch of positive things to say to me. And then I was reciprocating, because I also have a bunch of positive things to say. I had a whole experience of, you know, failure with the restaurant, right? But like I've been doing the things I need to do to dig myself out of that hole. And we had a conversation about like getting to know yourself. You know, things change in your life, and you have to kind of process them and figure them out and deal with them or whatever. And anytime I've had to do this kind of stuff, it's like I will literally be. I told you this one. Like I look in the mirror when I brush my teeth and be like, who is that? Like, who am I looking at? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I have to like assess myself in the mirror sometimes when I brush my teeth in the morning. Like, what am I? The person I think I am?
Mm-hmm.
Am I being the person I want to be? Or am I not? You know, like where am I at on the scale of perfectly happy with myself which is impossible, right? Obviously, and like super bummed about life. So every day when I brush my teeth, it's like a balancing scale of like, okay, how am I doing? And I've been doing way better lately. I don't know if you can see the changes or whatever, but like I had a lot of nonsense that I had to deal with, and I've been dealing with it and putting in the work. And it was cool to have a conversation with somebody who's also doing the same thing. While we were talking about this, we were talking about getting to know yourself, and that's part of the cutting my hair off thing. Like this person right now still looks like that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that person anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm working really hard to not have to have any of that old Scott stuff follow me into the new Scott journey. And every time I look at myself in the morning right now with this haircut, all I'm looking at is restaurant failure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like,
hard.
huh?
It's gotta be hard.
Yeah, I like the haircut, you know, but again, this is a part of me, and if it doesn't mean something, why it shouldn't be here.
Right.
You know, like when I look in the mirror, I have to be okay with that person. And right now, this is a reminder every day of like the whole 2-year process of getting to live out my dream, and having it end in failure. Again, not mad about it, not upset about it. Failure is good and healthy, and you have to over and over and over again until you get it right or whatever. It's part of life. But this reminder doesn't have to be part of my life every day.
Very true.
So yeah, I wanted to talk to you about it because I know you like it, and yeah, you're gonna have to just suck it up and deal with it.
I think I'll be okay.
Now, if you come to me and say very similar things and you want to shave your head, should I be as cool about it?
Absolutely not. I'm going through a mental breakdown because I love my hair. It's like one of my favorite parts about me. I take very good care of my hair, always have.
Gotcha.
So if I come to you and say I want to shave my head, then you should probably look further into that because that's not what that's about.
Deal. Deal. Okay, cool. You got anything else?
Nope.
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, excuse me.
See you next week.
See you next week. Love you.
Love you.
Love you. All right, I gotta go hold my baby. She was whining the whole time.
Silly dogs.
She misses me. Even though she slept with me for the whole time.